So let's try this. Let's go ahead here. Um, does it matter how you feel? I'd say yes. It's a really simple activity for you to match the emotion to the task or task to the emotion. What I'd like you to do is whatever you have next after this session, think about like, what is it? Like, what's on my calendar next? In fact, why don't you all think about that for a moment? Just reflect like, okay, wait a minute, what's this next meeting or interaction or phone call or email? And then think about this. What's the ideal emotion to have for that task? And to help you figure this out, you can use that little thing on the right, the little graph on the right. Um, well, actually, right now, yeah, it's really it's this story of a teenager in one of my Sunday schools is asked to speak to me. He's experienced a grandparent passed away. All right, well, that's a high energy, high pleasantness. Hey, man, cheer up. Probably not. Um, are there activities where you would want to bring your A game? Are there times when you want to inspire people? Is that the goal? Um, now, you don't have to do this, but if you don't, you're kind of just mailing it in. It's a bit of a waste of time, right? All right, counseling session, check, did it. But did you do it well? Were you there? Were you present for that person? I do this a lot, when I'm running a meeting, I look at the agenda and what are we covering? And I intentionally try to set that tone. And it can be pretty subtle or not. Or sometimes you need to increase the energy level and get people to smile. And so I actually have a file on my laptop here, on my desktop, with jokes that I tell. And they are awful and they're terrible. And I promise not to tell you any of those today. But, it's hard not to smile at that. So, yeah, so be ready with that. I think it's a really practical application to what you do.